Eccoci, amici e amiche, siamo a Marvel, siamo al combattimento contro Venom corrotto ragazzi, corrotto. Andiamo avanti perché stavamo... Allora, ho due cure, Vediamo se ne abbiamo un'altra. Ok. Allora, spostati. Possiamo spostarla ancora? Assolutamente no. Aia. Dai, non esagerare. Anche i rinforzi loro. Ok, allora. I nemici si attivano alla fine del turno. Movimento è un'abilità per mettere in sicurezza gli eroi. Ok. Poi io volevo ok. Andiamo con spinta. Vediamo. Caspita, era distante. Ok. Ok. Passiamo sanguinamento, non mi piace. Mi piace di più. Ok, ho liberato Dottor Strange, grande. Fine turno. Prima muori, poi mangiamo. Ai. Aia, porca. Mi ha fatto male, Mi ha fatto bello male. Ah, dai, in serio, altri rinforzi? Allora, quando un'unità subisce stordimento non può agire durante il suo turno. Se un personaggio con stordimento subisce danni, l'effetto viene annullato. Ok.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Tasty fear.
Allora. Ok, grande storia. Spinta rapida.
Watch closely.
Wow, ha fatto KO su quello dietro. Cioè no, ah, no, l'altro sono io forse. Mossa rimborsata, bene. Che bella botta che ha preso. Blade, vai dietro lì. No, non posso. No. Niente, fine turno. Oh, ok. Stordimento tolto. Vediamo un attimo se mi prende dietro. Ah, ancora.
Like being stuck in a wad of demonically.
E poi 2 mosse ha fatto lui. Ah, dai, ancora in fondo.
Spirit yet.
Mother blesses us with power. Mother blesses us with strength. We protect the mother and our
And to think Lilith was a vegetarian.
A moment.
Boom, KO.
And learn, my
Beh. Bam. Oh. KO.
impressive effort all round.
KO. Grande. Ah, è scappato.
No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Aia.
Hey, big guy!
Sì, Spider-Man! Spider-Man.
I was in the neighborhood, you know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc. Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Always nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Ah, se l'è portato via. Fortissimo. Ce l'abbiamo fatta, vittoria! Serio, 3 stelle? 40 missioni complicata, fila finita in 7 turni, incontro con cattivo, difficoltà, vabbè, per più 0, vabbè, per forza. Modalità foto? Oh no, serio, guarda! Aspetta. Bellissimo. Suggerimento. Per migliorare un'abilità combina le cose. Ok.
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Ah, of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than...
Then the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
Ok, piove, dovrei anche...
Not really nagging lately.
Figlio di questa terra.
Intriguing.
Considerata la migliore, ha dato prova di... Il nostro combattente e il nostro cuore.
What is this?
Distruttore di catene. Bello. Oh. Ah, tutto con le chiavi qua, Ah, hai trovato un capolavoro. Oltre ai dipinti dalle pareti, dovrebbe poter trovare capolavori sparsi nei territori. Puoi apprendere i capolavori nelle cornici vuote all'interno dell'abbazia. Ah, figo. Ragazzi, è veramente bello, vi dico la verità. Aspettate che sto andando in giro un po' a controllare se c'è qualcosa. La carta dei tarocchi, la temperanza. Adesso controllo il suo codice in quella Dagger per i loro poteri di restare in equilibrio. Questa carta rappresenta l'armonia e la creazione di qualcosa di nuovo usando due elementi già esistenti. Ottenere ricompense, bello, quindi bisogna andare un po' in giro dappertutto, Vediamo di cercare qualcosina qui. Cos'è questo? Nulla. Il nulla. Sì, adesso andiamo là, stai calmo. Capolavoro, visto che c'era un altro. Carta dei tarocchi, il sole. Johnny Storm vola in cielo e le sue fiamme risplendono, mostrando il suo straordinario potere con eccezionale controllo. Questa carta rappresenta una grande qualità di energia, ma anche un ottimismo di gioia. Gloria o gioia, una delle due, da lei stessa. Che bel laghetto. Non è che c'è dentro la carta nel laghetto. Fa un video, No. È un bel posticino grande, sinceramente, Pensavo un po' più piccolo. Caspita, è bello grosso, Guarda roba. Cos'è che c'è qua? Raga. Una macchina. Ah, una macchina di Blade. Non tocchiamogli la macchina Blade perché questo qua ci fa male. Sì, però non c'è nulla. Ok. No, io qua non sto vedendo nulla. Qui. Capolavoro comune. Beh, sicuramente ci sarà in giro ancora qualcosa, però torniamo un'altra volta. Tanto penso che qua ci possiamo tornare sempre, eh? Catalizzatore dell'acqua. Con pietra questo topazio bluastro insieme tra le dita quando viene tenuto in mano. Ha un forte odore di acqua salata e si unisce all'apparecchio, ok. Vabbè. Ah, conoscenza arcana. Le chiavi non ce l'abbiamo. Bella la stanza. Sfera di cristallo. Questo?
Wow, you actually did go medieval on their associates. And not always glamorous. But these missions are
Sì, beh, parlano un po' così. Oh, qua lampeggia qualcosa. No, è una lampadina messa dentro a un mobile con libri. Top proprio. E scienziatamento. Qui ce l'abbiamo, non si può. Non abbiamo le chiavi. Wow, ma che figata di posto. Catalizzatore del fuoco, è come l'altro solo che per il fuoco. Carta tarocchi, la forza, ondata di energia elettrica. Esplodono attorno a Thor mentre impugna Mjolnir. Questa carta rappresenta il coraggio e assumere il controllo del proprio destino. Allora ragazzi, io vi faccio vedere tutto, Diario del custode, wow, ci sono anche documenti belli grossi come collezionabili, Devo parlare con te?
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there, with a little help.
Arriverà dove? Oh, grazie, credi che avresti fatto di meglio?
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
Non c'è niente di cui aver paura. Grazie per il regalo.
Thanks for the gift, Tony.
I think you'll like it. It's a limited edition.
A limited edition what?
Oh, you'll see. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Apriamo il regalo di Tony Starks. Vai!
Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
Wow, un social tutto nostro. Bello. La mappa, la mappa con tutto. Cura frustrata, bello. Profilo, un sacco di roba, eh. Personalizza, non posso ancora personalizzare. Inventario, abilità. E chiaramente impostazioni. Esplora la tua stanza. Vediamo, interagiamo un po'. Tutorial, vestiti. Il grosso possono essere espressi, ok, no, bello. Dai, ma si può andare in giro così? Così mi piace. Oh. Ok. Mi sono comprato un gloss.
We were all so happy then.
Diario di Hunter. Beh, diario di...
Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
Andiamo a dormire. Dai.
They're everywhere! We must go back! To where?
The book! Is she reading from the book? Then we advance.
No! Hold the line! I can stop her! Only I can stop her! Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
Allora,
These people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless.
ok, andiamo alla forgia. Vediamo un attimo.
We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you.
Coccoliamo il cagnolozzo. Bello. Cuoricini. Ok. Ciao. Non ho voglia di parlare con te.
I don't get it. Strange couldn't just...
Essenza. Crediti. Diario del custode. Crediti. Un altro diario del custode. Questa parte non l'avevo vista. Vabbè, andiamo alla forgia. Wow.
Now, think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think I could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration. I hate to admit it, but
Ok, andiamo da Tony Stark, raga.
after I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
Allora, forse è un po' troppo presto per dirlo, perché un demone nella forgia. Perché c'è un demone nella forgia?
This demon.
is it there?
Well, you would probably know more about that than me. I'm still working on a way to keep track of everything that goes bump in the night around here. Whatever they've got trapped down there, it's hotter than hell by a few thousand Kelvin, very pissed off, and really good at weaving synthetic microblends. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
Cos'ha di speciale questo costume? Non sembra che la magia ti piaccia molto. Hai visto qualcosa di strano lì dintorni? Ricordati cos'è esattamente quella stanza. Allora, qual è la tua storia, Tony? Direi che è tutto per ora.
Must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head. I was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
Hai dovuto superare parecchie. Mi è sembrato che tu si sia arrivato alla fine. Sei un po' pieno di te. No, dai.
I guess we have all had difficult childhoods here.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that at Skrull Sleeper Camp. Just kidding. Or am I?
Cos'ha di così speciale questo costume? Non sembra che la magia ti piaccia molto. Hai visto qualcosa di strano nei dintorni?
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
The great Iron Man is not scared, is he?
Let's just say I'll be more comfortable once I've studied the problem. I feel like I'm living in one of those paranormal investigation reality shows.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
But you and the doctor seem to work well together.
Well, no need to put a label on things. The guy is good at making sense of this madness every now and then. He's not talking to his cape.
What sort of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
Okay. So, why not magically create a way through that symbiote shield?
Have you ever known it to work that way? We can't just wish upon a star here. We need to know what we're making first and put together the right components. Otherwise, I'd have already whipped up Strange a new personality.
Thanks for catching me up.
Ok, adesso è finita.
Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
La forgia. Oli?
Fascinating. That is
Tavolo
something.
ingombro, interessante. Interessante la forgia, raga, eh? Molto interessante la forgia.
Interesting.
La carta dei tarocchi, la stella. Nova vola nel cielo notturno, circondato da stelle che rappresentano il segno della sua squadra. Questa carta simboleggia serenità e speranza per il futuro.
Interesting.
Questo stiamo facendo cose fighissime,
Now, I doubt
più che
advanced gamma
combattere.
dynamics was a hot topic at ye old demon hunting school, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game. No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Hey, Hunter.
Analizzare spirali gamma. Tony Stark può usare le spirali e recuperare in combattimento per creare abilità degli eroi. Forte. Analizza.
Take your pick, Hunter.
Attacco. Frustata. Cura. Vai.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Physically, I'm fine. However, I do feel some
grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any other symptoms arise, you can always tell me, particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that. In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
My mother has a gift for bringing out the worst in people.
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition. I fear the Sanctum may never be the same.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Bello raga, ma sto episodio qui, la seconda parte di Midnight è tutta così raga, non c'è niente di botte, di combattimenti.
Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
I am ready to train.
Finally.
Bene ragazzi, allora interagiamo con la spada e vediamo un attimo che cosa succede. Addestramento, va bene, migliore abilità.
Let's do this.
Oh, un vero eroe possiede una coppia di abilità, può essere con terza potente. Ok, come si fa?
Caretaker said I need to be a team player.
Allora, cosa ho detto? Giocare di squadra, quindi cos'è? Cura. Ah, miglioriamo l'abilità. Ok, 36 di salute. Parla con Capitan Marvel. Non sei tu, vero? No, tu sei Blade.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct, but I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey, something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers. You can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've gotta find a workaround. As in Hydra, they've gotta know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking, but then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to work, now is the time, Captain.
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Can't wait to remove them for good. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Carol Danvers, raga. Quanto si è fatto il tempo? Siamo a 51. Abbiamo fatto praticamente un episodio tutto a parlare con i nostri amici. Dai, Marcodrums Games vi saluta. Mi raccomando di seguirmi sul canale YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok e Twitch. Lascio tutti i link in descrizione. Incredibile, ragazzi, incredibile. Un gioco bellissimo, bellissimo. Nuovo slot del salvataggio, vai. Perfetto, perfetto. E da il mitico Marvel Midnight Suns vi saluta il vostro Marcodrums Games Channel. Ciao amici e amiche.